Wow, we woke up here and what a great morning. Look at all the color. Now I'm starting to get curious. I wonder what it'll look like in Algonquin Park. This is a park up near St. Joseph's Island. It was just wonderful here. But we're starting to head towards home, and I'm thinking, wow, we'll stop here and take a picture at this little waterfalls here. Some train tracks and colored leaves. But I'm really starting to wonder if these waterfalls look this great with so much color, what's Algonquin Park going to be like? The weather forecast is not great, but I figure we're here, we might as well take a chance on it, so we start driving towards Algonquin. And wouldn't you know, the leaves are just incredible. The closer we get to Algonquin, the more bright colors we're starting to see. So excited about this. Now I want to make a photograph of some mushrooms that I've found. These are incredible. This is right near Killarney Park, and I figure, well, I'll load up my camera. I put the extension tube on my 35 to 100 lens. This is going to get me in nice and close. The extension tube on the lens, put this on here, and I find this gets in the way a lot. So I'm going to use some flash to add some light because these mushrooms are in kind of a dark spot. So I'm using one flash on camera that's going to act for a trigger, and I'll use a remote flash. Here is my remote flash, EF350 or something like that, I don't remember. Put a little stand on the bottom of it. I can stand it on the ground or I can hold it in my hand. It'll fire remotely in sync with the other flash, and I can adjust the ratio by adjusting the power of the flashes. Here's the mushrooms that I found. First thing I'm going to do is clean up the area a little bit, see how good of a shot I can make. So I'm going to clear away some of the stuff around the stubble, around the branches. Here you can see I've got the 35 to 100 with the extension tube on the camera. I've got a flash with my little Gary Fong diffuser on the top of it there. These are just wonderful, these diffusers. They're very, very helpful. The remote flash has its own little Olympus flash diffuser on it. I always like to use a couple flashes when I'm shooting something like this. It's been a while since I shot macro like this, so I'm a bit rusty, but it's coming back to me now. Nice thing about digital is you can see what's happening on the back of the camera. So I'm crawling around on the ground a little bit, getting further away, closer, trying different things. This was one of the first shots that I made. Now I'm zooming in on another batch of mushrooms here. I'm mixing flash and available light, ambient light. So I'm using the remote flash here. It's going to trigger in sync with the other flash. And I'm adjusting the light ratio, adjusting the position of the flash, changing my shutter speed, because changing the shutter speed determines how much ambient light versus flash light, and this helps you adjust your contrast range. I'm getting pretty pleased with the results that I'm getting here. Took a lot of crawling around on the ground and stuff, but finally starting to get somewhere. It's not something that I do every day, so it's a little bit of a learning experience. Wow, I'm starting to like the texture on the top of this mushroom. I'm starting to get somewhere now. I'm really happy with my lighting effects, trying some different techniques. I set my focus on manual focus and I sort of rock back and forth until my subject is sharp where I want to get it sharp. If you want to use focus stacking, that's a good way to do it. I'm still using the medium lens, my medium zoom telephoto lens. Now I've switched to the 150 millimeter. That's a 300 millimeter equivalent lens on this camera. And I'm doing various things. My tripod, I've given up on the tripod. Stuff like this, it's better just to be crawling around on the ground, resting on your elbows and things like that. Trying different compositions. You can see what an interesting little grove of mushrooms. It's like there's 3 different shots here you could make, or at least you could make more, I suppose, but I see 3 compositions. And I had my fun. This is my favorite shot. I love it. The red, yellow, look at there, it's ready to print. I'm so happy with this result. Now we're going to continue on. We're still in Killarney. Now we're in Algonquin. This is one of my favorite places, and it's different every time I get there. Look at that leaf. Wow. The leaf against the rock. Tremendous. Bright reds and the black of the rock. I'm so pleased with this. Such a great trip. I mean, this is the last couple days of our trip. Wow. Looking over the water in North Bay. Such a time. Beautiful places, wonderful places to camp out. Friendly people. It was just great. Burleigh Falls. I'm never satisfied with a trip unless I get to check out Burleigh Falls. I love the rocks here. There's herons in the water. Beautiful place. Nice and peaceful. Here's the colored leaves, the waterfall, and there's lots of water there. There's another one of my shots from Burleigh. Just loving it. Now we're back home. There's the laptop. Loading the files from the laptop into the desktop computer. Now we're looking at things in Lightroom. There you see what I got. Here's the mushroom shot open in Photoshop now. Mary's got it open in Photoshop, then she puts it into a template that has my signature and the name of the image on it there, Mushroom Magic, and we send it off to our printer here. It's coming out of my little Epson ET7700 on matte paper. This is a remarkable printer. It's amazing for the size of it. It's portable. Does a tremendous job on matte paper. Wow, we get archival prints out of this as well. There I'm signing it. It's got my name on it. Put it in a sleeve. It's ready to go. It's archival. It's sealed in a clear acrylic sleeve that's acid-free and ready to go. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell and come on back real soon.